Please note, any predictions and stats will be using local election results and polls as a baseline. As turnout for a local election is less than a general election, and polls don't ask every person in the country, please take these with a grain of salt. It's time for Oxfordshire's turn to see how it could shape up at the next election. Right now, Oxfordshire County Council is run by a traffic light coalition between the local Labour, Lib Dem and Green parties. There has been no overall control here for 10 years. Before this period of no overall control, there was a Conservative majority for 8 years. There are 6 constituencies in the county. Of them, 4 have Conservative representation, whereas Labour and the Lib Dems have 1 each, both within the city of Oxford. We'll start with the city, which gives its name to the county. Oxford makes up 2 of the county's constituencies. These constituencies are Oxford East and Oxford West and Abingdon. Oxford West has been swapped between the Liberal Democrats and the Conservatives since its creation in 1983. The constituency makes mostly gains, losing a little of the Cumnor ward, gaining the Marcham ward and some central wards. Poll of poll sites have the Lib Dems keeping this constituency. Oxford East has 1 change, which is the central wards lost to Oxford West. Since these are the only wards lost, there might not be too many changes at the next election. The same website polling report agrees, saying that Annalise Dodds will keep this seat. Next to Oxford is the constituency of Henley. Henley is the constituency that's changing the least, losing only 1 ward, the Sandford and Whittingham ward. There were some elections held very recently, and it included some shock results in South Oxfordshire. At the local elections, the Conservatives have been more or less wiped out in South Oxfordshire. The district council is now run by a Lib Dem Green coalition, where the Liberal Democrats are the largest party. As this council includes most of the Henley constituency, could this be a sign of a flip to the Liberal Democrats? The constituency of Wantage is the one with the most changes, losing some wards, gaining some others, and getting its name changed. First, the ones they lose. As you can see, it loses most of its largest western and northwestern wards, including Farringdon and the Thames wards. It makes 1 gain in the Henley constituency. It also has its name changed to Didcot and Wantage, to include the historical railway town. In the 2023 local elections, the Tories' 6 remaining seats were lost, being divided equally between the Liberal Democrats and the Greens here. This will make the Conservative MP a little nervous, particularly since polling reports has a close fight with the local Liberal Democrats. Just above Didcot and Wantage is the Witney constituency. Witney gains 4 wards that Didcot and Wantage lose, making it grow and move south. However, it loses 5 of its northern wards to Banbury, effectively moving the constituency southward. At the West Oxfordshire District Council in 2023, the Conservatives lost 3 of their 6 seats to the Liberal Democrats. Not enough to give the Liberal Democrats a majority, but enough that make them the largest party in the traffic light coalition that runs this council. These results back up polling reports' prediction of a tight race in this part of Oxfordshire too. Final existing constituency in Oxfordshire is Banbury. Banbury gains 5 wards lost by Witney, but it loses most of their eastern wards to the subject of our next constituency. Despite a major success of the left-leaning parties here at a local level in 2023, the Conservatives did manage to hold on to a lead here. Not enough for an overall majority, but still enough to be the largest party. This will be an obstacle for the left-leaning parties at the next election. Since there's obviously a strong Conservative vote here, the Tories will want to capitalise on it. Those were the changes for the existing constituencies. There is, however, a new constituency being made in Oxfordshire. Unless the Boundary Commission changes its mind, the new constituency will be made up of the wards from Western Banbury, Western Witney, the northern wards of Oxford West, and the northern wards of Henley. This new constituency will be called Bicester and Woodstock. These wards voted for largely Conservative councillors at the last election, the exception being the wards of Oxford West, who voted for the Liberal Democrats. This is what I imagine the next general election will do to the 7 constituencies in Oxfordshire. Some of these wards will be a close fight between the Conservatives and the left-leaning parties, but most polls have the Liberal Democrats be the main opposition in most of these places. Oxfordshire will be a county to look out for in 2024. The next county we're looking at will be the final one, Hereford and Worcestershire.